Welcome to the Proactive Woman Podcast. We cater to the financial needs of women, but men are our allies too. For women, this is your trusted source of information regarding many things, but finances is JP Financial Group's priority. We'd love for you to love the show segment, share it, comment, just say hi. And don't forget to schedule your confidential and complimentary consultation with Joyce Palmer, the CEO and managing partner of JP Financial Group, by visiting jpfinancialgroupllc.com. I am your co-host, Fran Marie, and today, guess what? We are talking about Social Security, right? And so our CEO and managing partner and host of the Proactive Women Podcast. Hello, Joyce.
Hello, Francine. How are you doing?
I am good. You've been busy.
I have been busy. We just came off of an awesome class, Social Security, Maximizing Social Security, and we had a full house, both nights. So we took it live, and we had a full house both nights. The class was high energy. The contents was great. Ton of participation, questions. So I was really pleased with the class. The only thing is we had so much information. My team was in the back of the room saying, Joyce, hurry up. We got to get out of here. You're running over. So, but it's hard. It's hard because Social Security is such a huge topic and it impacts all aspects of your retirement. So.
Yeah, and women I love how you cater to us. There's no cookie cutter.
Right.
You cater to us after that wonderful consultation, and folks are like, well, women are like, well, but because we have a lot of buts.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And especially when it comes to Social Security. So this class actually had men in it too, because we do like men too, and they too need to plan for Social Security. So we had couples, we had singles, we had some people there without their spouse, which they were like wishing their spouse was there to hear the information. But we do cater to ladies. And when it comes to Social Security, that's why I wanted to zoom in on this particular topic for us today is women do have to plan differently. We really have to be intentional about our income planning, our retirement planning, and Social Security is a big piece of that. So I think we cut this into two parts, so that we can get all of the information covered. So I'm excited. We're going to dive into Social Security. And I think our topic is don't claim your benefits until you hear this.
Do not claim your benefits until you hear this.
That's right.
Because we click a lot, right, online. Don't do it.
Yep. Don't do it. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do it in two segments or two episodes, if you will. And it's not about just understanding Social Security. It's about understanding how to maximize Social Security. It's also about understanding how Social Security ties into your overall retirement planning. It's one source of income. It's not the only source. So I'm going to start out by asking a question, and this is a pop quiz. So if you're listening, jot down your answers, right? Did you know that nearly 60% of women rely on Social Security for most, in some cases all, of their retirement income? 60% of women rely on Social Security for most of their retirement income. That's huge. A big, big part of their retirement income is Social Security.
Right. I would definitely say yes, because I'm in that journey now. It is a journey. Because when I think about Social Security, I think about it is the portfolio of your work history, your marital status, our everything.
Yep. That is right. So it is definitely a big part. So I'm going to start with some of the basics, why Social Security particularly is important, especially for women. And the guys is important too, but we're focusing on the ladies today a little bit. And that's because one, women live longer. So our average life expectancy is about 81 years of age. And depending on what you're reading and when you're reading, it could be anywhere from 81 to 84. You know, my grandmother who lived to 104, my mom was 89. So I think I might have some longevity in my DNA. But women outlive men. So that means our resources, our money has to last longer. So we have to stretch our monies further.
Got it. And you've got the tools, the knowledge, and the expertise to do that. And we always must say it's a trusted source. JP Financial Group LLC is a trusted source because there's a lot of information out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yep.
almost too much information out there.
Yep, it is. It is. Yep. So that's one of the reasons why Social Security becomes such a huge part, because women rely on it as one of their primary sources of income. And unfortunately, a lot of times our Social Security numbers are smaller. Any guess why we may have lower Social Security numbers?
Wow. And one thing you taught me years ago, and this was the first time I had heard about it, and I think I was in my 50s,
Mm-hmm.
spousal benefits.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What?
And ex-spousal benefits.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm going to dive into that too. That's too, and that was always comes up. But yes, spousal benefits. But our benefits are lower because a lot of times we've taken time out of work, maybe to raise children. Maybe we've taken time out of work to take care of aging parents. We tend to be the caregivers more. So as a result, what we put into the system is usually less. We still get paid less for the same job. Believe it or not, women still earn less than men for the same jobs in many cases. So what we're putting into the system is usually a little less. So that therefore our Social Security benefit is usually lower.
Even though we have the babies, even though we run the household, even though.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Even though we do those things. So that's one of the reasons why we have to be more diligent when it comes to Social Security, because it is the backbone of our retirement planning. It's the backbone of our income. And like you said, when it comes to claiming, that's probably one of the areas where we see the biggest mistakes. When do I take my benefit? How do I take my benefit? Do I take it as soon as I can, or do I wait and delay it, right? So all of those are claiming questions. So when we say don't claim your benefits until you hear this, the reason is because if you make a mistake with your claiming, it could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your retirement lifespan.
Right, because we woke up Monday morning, some of us, not all of us, and said, I'm just quitting that job. I retired today. And then, no, don't do that yet.
Yeah, don't do that yet. No. So in the workshop, we highlighted real examples of women who waited until later to take their benefits, maybe coordinated it with their spouse if they're married. And then we also did case studies where people took their benefits early. So, the earliest you can take your benefit is 62. So that's the earliest you can file for Social Security, with two exceptions, right? Two exceptions. One exception if you're a widow, and the other exception, disability. So if you're on disability or you're a widow, you can take your Social Security benefit. But for everyone else, 62 is the earliest.
Got it. Oh, we can get those benefits and work if that's the case. Well, I know disability is disability, but.
Right. So disability is one of the exceptions where you can get your benefit earlier. But 62, like I said, for most of us, is the starting point. So the question comes in, why would I wait or delay taking my benefits? I can take it as early as 62. Is there any advantage, or what are the advantages waiting to take it later.
And that, I mean, all the answers, all the questions were coming in, and I know it's when you're running one of those, it's like hard to field all of them, but getting a consultation is probably that way you get something catered to you or your questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
What was one of the biggest things? I know they walked away with a lot of information, but are you ever curious about what's on our mind? Did we ever surprise you with a question or a inquiry?
Yeah, the class did. We had a lot of great questions. One of the probably common questions, or what I like to say, one of the questions that most people ask is, um, if I don't take it at 62, is it really worth waiting to take it at 66 or 65, 67? So, and that's a great question. And that's one where, like you said, it really deserves a consultation because everyone's situation is different. So for the basics, 62 is the earliest you can take it. 67 is full retirement age for most people, not everyone, depending on the year you were born. But we'll use 67 because that's going to fit most people. 67 is when you get 100% of what you put in, right? If you take it before 67, you're leaving money on the table.
Because we can't get that back, right?
Oh. You cannot get that back. That's the key right there. It's a permanent reduction. So if you take it at 62, just understand and know you're taking a permanent reduction anywhere from 25 to 30%. You're leaving money on the table.
All right. We'll still get our increases, but don't leave no money.
Right. You still get your cost of living adjustments, really good, but you're leaving a permanent reduction on the table. It's not like it catches back up when you get to 67. So what I always share with people, there are reasons that people may need to take it early. Of course, health may be a reason. Maybe your health is bad and you're like, I'm not going to even be around at 67. So why am I going to wait? Or you need the money. You need the money. You paid into the system and now you're retired and you need the money. So that may be a reason to take it early. Or you may be strategizing and coordinating your benefit if you're married, where you're going to take yours early, but you're going to have your spouse delay his, right? So I always tell the ladies, keep them working. Let them work to 70, right? That way he gets the highest benefit. So yeah, there are reasons why you may take your benefit early, but that's one of the number one questions that come up. One of the other questions, or I like to say pitfalls, possible mistakes, is not understanding how the spousal benefit works. So if you're married, you have more flexibility, more options on how you can file your Social Security benefits. So you need to understand all of them. There's over 9,000 different ways couples can maximize their benefits. So if you're missing and not understanding that, that's leaving money on the table too.
And in the financial world, as the CEO and managing partner of JP Financial Group LLC, we don't like to leave money on the table. No.
We don't like to leave money on the table, not at all. So I think that those are two. Another one that comes up a lot in the class that came up as well is, what about widow benefits, right? Are widows allowed, again, certain benefits? And they are. So one of the few things is Social Security has not changed as much as widow benefits. So widow benefits are still pretty strong. And so if you are a widow, what I find a lot of times, you're grieving and you're making decisions based on emotions, and you don't understand or know all of your options as a widow, and you're not paying attention to it. So that's one where definitely let's have a conversation, because as a widow, there are certain benefits that you can apply for, and there are certain exceptions that you fall under.
You're right. It is a grieving time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, if you're just now tuning in, you are with the Proactive Woman podcast. We cater to the financial needs of women, but men are our allies too. For women, this is your trusted source of information regarding many things, but financials with JP Financial Group is priority. You can get a complimentary and confidential, awesome appointment with Joyce Palmer. Just go to jpfinancialgroupllc.com. Don't forget to like this video, share it, come back and listen to it. And if you just say hi, we'll say hi back. How about that? How about that? Our last words from our fabulous JP Financial Group managing partner and CEO Joyce Palmer. What you got for us? I know that we can also book you to come to our company.
Yes, yes, yes. And this topic is one that does get a lot of invites. I think I have a couple of events that we're speaking at in April, coming up next month, to churches, book clubs. It's another group that I've spoken at. Any occasion to get together and eat, drink, and talk about money. Sometimes we make up our own party, right, to come to. But yes, we definitely want to do that. So, a couple of closing things because this is a two-part series. So, I want to leave you with some homework because everyone that came to the workshop left with homework, right? So, you cannot go to class and not do your homework. And this homework, the first thing that I want you to do, if you have not already, is to go to Social Security ssa.gov and download your Social Security statement. So if you have not started Social Security, you will be able to go to socialsecurity.gov and you have to set up an account. It's going to ask you some, confidential information to verify your identity, but you want to set up your account and you want to pull your statement and you want to look at your statement. And you want to look at all the information on there pertaining to the earliest you can take your benefit amount, if you are disabled, your benefit amount, the latest age you can take your benefit amount. And I want you to pay attention to those numbers. And if you are totally confused when you pull the statement, that's when you can give us a call.
Yes.
That's your homework.
Yeah, you're the backup plan. You are.
Yeah. I'm the backup plan. I want you to first pull the statement and attempt to read it and understand. But don't stress if you see those numbers and you're not quite sure what it means and how you're to use that information. That's what the consultation is for. It's an opportunity to understand and get clarity on how your Social Security benefits can be maximized and what those numbers mean for you.
Right. We're already in we're in the first quarter, but it feels like we're in the third quarter. We're in the third month. We're in the third month. Time is flying, and we got to get cracking before 2027.
Right.
Right? So go to jpfinancialgroupllc.com. I am your co-host, Fran Marie, and we have our fabulous Joyce Palmer, managing partner and CEO of JP Financial Group. And what we always say in every podcast is
pink
is the new color for money. Bye, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.